Hi Rohit, this is Faisal from AFP. A lot of talk about BAZBALL before the series. What's your take on the series and how you're going to counter it?
No, we'll look to play our cricket. I'm not interested in looking at how the opposition is going to play and all of that. For us, it's important that we look into our cricket, focus on what we need to do as a team, and then take it from there.
Rohit, the two players, Ashwin, who's nearing his landmark, then other one is Siraj from the gully boy cricketer to the main strike bowler for India. So how do you look to these two players?
Yeah, I mean, they're important player for us. Siraj in the last couple of years has come up through the ranks. He's proved himself in various conditions for us. Performed really, really well. And yeah, he's taken his game to another level for sure. And Ashwin, obviously we know his class, we know his quality. He just, every time he plays the game for us, he tends to impress all of us by a notch every time he takes the field. So, his class and quality, we do appreciate that, and how important of a player he is for us, moving forward. And every time he's gotten an opportunity, he's made sure that, he, puts the team, ahead, and he's shown it for a number of years now. So yeah, I hope this series is no different for him. He comes out and does what he does the best. So hopefully, he can do the job for us how he's done it in the previous tournaments.
So with that, we are playing 5-match test series at home after a while. So what are your thoughts on a series like this, a team like England with the WTC, of course, it is there. And how much do you think the win from the last game in South Africa has helped you going into this test match, a few days after the win in Cape Town?
No, look, the Cape Town win was good, but it was in Cape Town. This is Hyderabad. Completely different conditions, but, the energy and the atmosphere that is in the changing room at this point in time, it's pretty good, and that is what happens when you win games, and the game in Cape Town gave us a lot of confidence. It was a great game, short game, but we managed to come out on top, which was good. The confidence we can take from that game, as I said, if you win games, nothing is better than that, and gives you a lot of confidence moving forward. And regarding, it's first time, not the first time for us. We've played 5 test match series before in England, but it was 4 and then it got called off. Then we had to come back and play another one. But yeah, in India certainly it's for the first time we will be playing 5 test matches, but which is pretty good. We've always wanted to play 4 or 5 test matches. Now that it's there for us, it's a challenge. To play good cricket, consistent cricket over the period of 2 months, which will be challenging, and everyone's looking forward to that.
Hi Rohit, you have good experience of playing in these conditions. What are the technical and mental adjustments a batter has to make to succeed in these conditions?
First thing is very clear that you need to be very clear in your mind. You need to have some sort of game plan when you're playing in these conditions, and then back that game plan, whatever that is, whether it's to come and defend tightly, whether it is to come and play some shots, sweep, reverse sweep, whatever that is. Just be clear. Don't be in two minds as to what you want to do. That is where you can get yourself into trouble. And then understanding your own strengths, because all of us have grown up playing in these type of conditions. So it's just about handling that pressure of playing a test match, handling that pressure of quality spells from the opposition. That's what it is. Nothing changes, because we all play in Ranji Trophy and Dulip Trophy, Irani Trophy and all of that. But the pressure of Test match is different. The quality of the bowling is different. So that is the challenge part that you need to handle. And then obviously we don't get too much involved in personal style of play of certain individuals. We want to back certain style of play of certain individuals, and that is what will give you success. You stick to your own strengths, stick to your plan, and then go out and do that fearlessly.
Rohit, have you had time to look at the pitch, and what is your early assessment of the pitch?
Looks good.
Yeah, Rohit, there has been some clarity on KL Rahul not keeping wicket right through the series. Rahul said it yesterday. Is it extended run for Bharat, or now Jurel is also in the picture? Big picture, I mean.
Yeah, he won't be keeping in this series. Yeah, obviously. Those are the two keepers in the squad, right?
No, my question was if Bharat is going to get an extended run, or Jurel is also in the big picture.
No, we'll see. We'll assess the performance. We are obviously looking at the bigger picture. We want to give as many games as possible to the individual, but we'll see. We'll assess after every game what happens and what is right for the team. Whatever is right for the team, we'll do the necessary things.
Rohit, as a youngster, while you were coming through trying to play cricket, did you think there'd be so much debate about the health of Test cricket as there is right now?
Seems like that. You're talking about 20 years when I started playing under 19 cricket. That is when I used to watch a lot of Test match cricket. Even before then as well, 25 years ago. So yeah, obviously things change. Certain formats have taken over, but I still feel that it's our duty, everyone's responsibility, to make sure that Test cricket stays alive and stays in the best shape. Because at the end of the day, this is the format that challenges you, and you, as cricketers, as sportsmen, you want to be challenged every time that you play. I've spoken about Test cricket many a times now in the past, like how important it is, what needs to be done. Unfortunately, I'm not in the administration, so I don't know what I can do. But I mean, as far as our team is concerned, we would like to go out there and play our best Test cricket. Talk about Test cricket being the most important cricket. All of that we can do. Obviously, for the generation that's coming up, for them to know that this is the cricket that you want to play and want to excel as well. So that's my take on it.
Rohit, not asking for a name, but if you had to pick between, let's say, Akshar and Kuldeep, what are the factors that you would weigh in before making the final call?
Yeah, look, a lot of factors. To be honest, Kuldeep gives you a certain, X factor with his bowling. Like you've seen how well he's been bowling off late. Especially the wicket, if it has bounce or if it doesn't have bounce, Kuldeep still becomes quite a factor in those types of conditions as well, because he's got super variations alongside him. And obviously a very matured bowler now from what he was few years back. He's not played a lot of Test cricket in India because of Ashwin and Jadeja, clearly, but that is what happens. Like, we've seen it in the past as well with our middle order in the past. Like, a lot of us got an opportunity pretty late, but that's the reality of it. You can't hide away from it. But Kuldeep, being the bowler that he is now from what he was a couple of years back, he's much more improved and is a very tempting option without a doubt. But at the same time, Akshar, with his all-round ability, giving us that batting depth, the consistency that he's shown playing in these conditions in Test cricket, also is an important factor for us. But like you said, clearly it was a bit of headache to decide who it is going to be for us. I'm not going to say who it is, but it was a challenge for us to make that decision, who it was. But yeah, like we know, we've got quality around our spin bowling department, which is a good sign. When you have quality around your team, when there's a headache to make your playing 11, that's a good sign.
Rohit, we know your record here in India. Haven't lost a series since 2012. You barely ever lose a match. Over that period, do you feel India feels unbeatable at home? Do you feel like it's not possible for someone to come here and do what England did in 2012?
No, not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a sport. There is a possibility that you can lose as well, because that's what happens in any sport. You win, you lose. But by no means, whatever record we have in the past decade or so gives us the guarantee that we're going to come out here on top as well and win the series. We still have to play our best cricket, good cricket that we know that we play in these conditions. England obviously is a very good team. They play their test cricket really well, and obviously the last team to beat us here in our conditions was England. So certainly, obviously, like we're talking about a decade ago, different team members to then to now, but still the quality in the team is there as far as England is concerned. For us, it will be important that we stick to our strength, and we do the things that we know how to do, and then obviously the things that we're looking for in this series will be taken care of if we keep doing the right things. But yeah, we are definitely, I wouldn't say we are not beatable, definitely we are, that is how we want to be. We want to think that, if we don't step up or if we don't show up well, we are going to find ourselves in trouble. So we don't want to be doing that. So we want to try and do whatever is possible, whatever is needed in that particular session or on that particular day, we have to do it.
Rohit, the withdrawal of Virat Kohli 2 days ago, did it alter your plan going into the series, and were you tempted to go in for a senior or somebody with more experience as a replacement, because we go to read from the newspapers that Rajat Patidar has been included in the squad. So are you tempted to go for somebody with more experience, especially when it is against England?
Yeah, I mean, look, you could have thought that. We did actually think about it, but all these younger players, when are they going to get their opportunity? That's something that we thought as well. Leaving out an experienced player or not considering them is very hard because of the amount of runs they've scored, the kind of experience they've had, the amount of games that they have won for us. It's very hard to ignore all of that. But you sometimes got to bring certain players into your setup as well, and you got to give them your favorable conditions. You don't want to expose them or bring them on foreign tours where they've not played before. So I think that's the thought behind all of that. Like, it's important that we try and get some of these youngsters in whenever there is an opportunity. Again, I'm not saying by no means the doors are closed for anyone. As long as they stay fit, they keep scoring runs, anyone will be welcomed back into the setup. So, but yeah, having said that, I think it's important to also look at some of the other players as well at the same time. We don't want to end up in a place where we've got out of 11 guys, 7 or 8 guys who've barely played 20-25 test matches between them. We don't want to be in that situation. So it's important that whenever you have the opportunity, give them some game time.
Rohit, a young member of the England squad, Shoaib Bashir, hasn't been able to enter India because he hasn't got a visa. Do you have any thoughts on that situation? Any words for him, and do you hope that it's resolved soon and he's able to get into the country?
I mean, I feel for him. Honestly, he's probably coming for the first time with the England setup. Not easy for anyone. If there could be one of our guys who wanted to come to England and has been denied or not available to get the visa. Unfortunately, I don't sit in the visa office to give you more details on that. But yeah, I mean, I hope we can make it here quickly and enjoy our country, play some cricket as well.
Hi Rohit, how do you assess the England bowling with Anderson and Leach only being the two players playing in India, others being the newcomers kind of things? How do you assess their bowling? What kind of challenges do you foresee?
Yeah, I mean, look, Mark Wood I don't think he's played a test match, but he's played a lot of cricket in India with IPL and ODI cricket and all of that. But yeah, Anderson and Leach being the two guys who've played test cricket here are the only two who have played test matches. But see, again, it's you know, the other guys, they've got few spinners in their squad as well this time around. And you can't just overlook anything when it comes to their bowling. Of course, you know, we've got few new guys as well in our squad, so it'll be a great contest between their bowling and our batting, and at times our bowling and their batting. So it's going to be a good series. You know, not to look too much into what kind of compositions they have, what kind of bowling combination they will play with. I really don't want to look too much into that. Like I said, I'm somebody who looks into what possibly we can do, whatever combination they play with, and what are the challenges that we face ahead as a team. That is where my focus will be on. Thanks.